everybody, and welcome to another LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog review on my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the set called Super Shadow vs. the Biolizard. This is set number 77003, and it comes with 419 pieces and is recommended for ages 9 and up. And we're going to start by taking a look at the minifigures that come in this set, starting with Super Shadow. And this is a really cool looking minifigure, and I love all the printed detail that this figure has to offer. Shadow does come with a pretty good looking head mold that has a lot of detail and some chest and leg printing as well. And as we start to make our way around to the side of the figure, you can see some arm printing too. And I do like the inclusion of the white minifigure hands to represent the character's gloves. And as we make our way around to the back of the figure, you can see Shadow does come with some dual molded legs, and he comes with a back print as well. There's also some printed detail found on the quills of Shadow, which I think looks really great too. And as we make our way around to the other side of the figure, you can see that exact same arm printing on this side as well. And just overall, I feel like this is a really great looking minifigure. LEGO did a really good job with this one. The last thing that I would like to mention about Super Shadow is the overall color for this figure. He is a little bit of a lighter yellow when compared to Super Sonic, which is very accurate to the character's design. Speaking of Super Sonic, that's the figure we're going to be taking a look at next. And just like with Super Shadow, I do like the overall look and design of this minifigure as well. The head mold for this minifigure is really well done, and I like the inclusion of the red eyes as it's very accurate to the design of this version of Sonic. Sonic also comes with some chest and leg printing as well. And as we make our way around to the side of the figure, you can see that printing wraps around to the side of the legs too. Sonic does come with some skin tone minifigure arms and white minifigure hands. And as we start to make our way around to the back of the figure, you can see the quills of Sonic are pointed upward again, which is very accurate to this design of Sonic. Sonic also comes with the back print, which is the exact same one we saw on Super Shadow. And overall, like I said, this is another great looking minifigure. And as we start to make our way back to the front of Super Sonic here, I would love to know your opinion and thoughts on these two minifigures in the comments below. For me personally, I feel like the minifigure selection for the set is pretty strong, and I do like both of these minifigures in their own respected rights. But like I said, I'd be very curious to know your thoughts down in the comments below. With the two minifigures out of the way, we're going to talk about the build for this set, which is the Biolizard itself. And overall, I do like the look and design of the Biolizard here. It isn't completely accurate in its design to the original concept, but I still think it is a relatively cool build that Sonic fans will enjoy. We're going to start by taking a look at the head of the Biolizard, which is on a ball joint, which allows for the head to be rotated side to side, raised up and down, and rotated in various directions. This of course is really great for posability and creative play for kids. The detail found on top of the Biolizard's head is a print, and the mouth of the Biolizard is able to open and close. The neck of the Biolizard can also be rotated left and right, and I do like how the green tubing is very flexible as it doesn't get in the way of articulation. I will say the one thing that I don't necessarily care about as far as the design of the neck goes is this big gap found right here. I'm not real sure what LEGO could have done to fix this, but I do find that gap to be a little distracting and awkward looking. The Biolizard does come with some articulation in the extremities. The front legs are able to be rotated around, and there is a ball joint in the front ankles which allows for the foot to be swiveled around. As far as the back legs go, there's not really a whole lot to be seen here, but they can be rotated around, but their main purpose is to provide support for the Biolizard. And as we make our way around to the back part of the Biolizard, the tail comes in 3 different sections. Each one of these sections is equipped with a ball joint which allows for the tail to be moved around, and it gives it some pretty good posability. Having this articulation is nice because it does allow you to put the Biolizard into a couple of different poses. The Biolizard also comes with an energy pod that is built onto its back, and there are 2 stud shooters found on each side of the build, which I do feel like is a pretty nice inclusion for kids when they're playing with this set. The Super Shadow vs. Biolizard set also comes with a golden speed sphere. The sphere is able to be cracked open, and you can place Super Sonic or Super Shadow inside. And I do like the yellow color for the speed sphere as it matches the aesthetic of Super Sonic and Super Shadow. And the Biolizard does come with a play feature. If you take Super Sonic or Shadow and launch him at the Biolizard, you can cause the energy pod on his back to fly off. And a really cool detail about this build is if we look towards the bottom of the energy pod, you can see that it's being powered by one of the Chaos Emeralds. The Super Shadow vs. Biolizard set retails for $45. And for me personally, as a huge Sonic fan, I do feel like it is worth that price. This set does a good job mixing play features for kids while also appealing to adult collectors of the franchise. Thanks for watching my review, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for future LEGO content.